In this video, we're going to look at how to validate the forms as the user is trying to input data in the application. So form validation is very important because it helps the data to be reliable. Okay, so now for example, we have this form and we want to add an item. If you leave it blank and click save, it will tell you this field is required. Okay, if somebody tries to add an item which is already in the database, like if I check in the list of items, we can see we have furniture as a category. So if I try to add another category and name it furniture and click save, it will tell you furniture is already created. So this will help the users to not duplicate data in the application. As usual, we have all the codes for you to copy and paste, and that is video number 17 of stock management system. So if you enjoy videos like this, please consider subscribing so that you will be notified anytime we post a video. Alright, so I'm going to move to Sublime and start coding the application. Okay, so now if you look into the models, these fields are validated by default. In one of the videos, I changed the blank to true and null to true so that we can see how this validation works. So you can do exactly the same thing by just changing this to false, blank false, and this one also we can set it to false. So if I save it and then head back to the application and try to add a data without filling the form, you can see this is automatically validated. Okay, so the one that we see right there is done by the browser. It knows that this is a required field, so it will not allow users to be able to submit data without inputting data in it. Right, so one of the benefits of having your own custom validation is you can define, okay, let's say now all the categories should have a prefix. Let's say we should have st dash something as the category name. So we can use Django form validation to do something like this, to enforce something like this, okay, and make sure every single category or item name or anything that we want to supply in the database meet that criteria. Okay, so if it is just to prevent blank data entry, you don't have to change this to blank true. Okay, so for practice purposes, I'm gonna set it to true and set this one as well to true. Okay, so I'm gonna check that. I'm gonna refresh the screen, and if I click save, you can see the form will be submitted and the data will be saved in the database. Alright, so to do validations from the forms, we're gonna open forms, so py. Alright, so I'm gonna create a function in this class. Okay, it has to be a child of this class. Okay, alright, so I'm gonna copy this code, these two functions, copy, and then paste it right here. Alright, so let me explain this code. We're creating a function and name it clean underscore category. So the category here will have the same name with the field name. Okay, so then we create a variable, and that variable will be able to get the data that is passed to this function. Okay, so now whatever data is passed into this function will be assigned to this variable category. Okay, so now we want to do a test. If not category, that means if it is blank, then raise form validation error and the message that we want to display on the browser. Okay, so now let's test that. I'm gonna save and then refresh on the application. You can see we have this field is required. Okay, so whatever message you want to display on the browser is what you're gonna type right here. Okay, so likewise the item name, we're gonna have clean item name. Then we will assign whatever we pass in to the function to this variable and then do a test. If not item name, raise form.validation error, then the message that we want to display on the browser. Alright, so that will take care of the category and the item name field. So I want to add one more validation. Okay, so if I want to check if this item is already created or the category is already created, then I want to raise an error that it already exists. I'm gonna go down here. So after checking if it is blank or not, then I'm gonna do a test, and the test will go through the table and then fetch all the categories in that table, test it with what I'm passing in the form. All right, so to do that, we're gonna write a for loop. All right, so I'm gonna say for instance, that is the variable name, in, then the model will come in. Okay, so we're gonna say stock dot objects dot all. Then we can now do a test. All right, if instance dot category, now we want to check whatever is fetched from the database at that instance. We want to check whether that category that is fetched from the table is equal to whatever we supplied in the field. Okay, and that is assigned to this category. So I'm going to bring this category right here. If instance.category equals category, then raise forms.validation error. Then we'll type the message that we want to display to the users. Category, then plus, and the text will come. I'm gonna do some concatenation here. Is already created. Okay, so we're gonna concatenate whatever was assigned to this variable to the text or the string that we added here. Okay, so we're gonna have, if I supply the furniture, we're gonna say furniture is already created. So let's test that. Save it and then type furniture and try to click save. So we have furniture is already created. Alright, so this is how to do form validation, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please click on the like button. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, see you in the next video.